Y'all, welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika, and with not to have and have nots. Not yet, bitch. Not yet. I'm gonna record that next. I ain't got that much record time, so I'm gonna try to do this quick. Y'all be asking me for, the reviews. I mean, for the story times, and I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times, y'all, I don't know what other people do on their channels, but my story time be real story time. I'm not saying that others are embellishing, but mine are real, and I have to wait for stuff to happen or me to remember, and then I can come and talk to y'all about that. But the reason why I come on down through today, cause last night I was down on the I was in the YouTube streets last night, and I can't remember who that was I was watching. I can't remember for shit, y'all. I don't know if it was. I want to say it was Beautiful Soul. But it wasn't her. I know it wasn't her because I watched her Love and Hip Hop this morning. But it was somebody I was watching last night. It could have been Thick Chick Blogs that I was watching. I can't remember, but a conversation came up in the midst of all of the camaraderie and stuff amongst the peoples down in the panties of her video, I think. And it was a live broadcast. Yes, that's who it was. It was live. So yeah, she went live yesterday. Did she go live yesterday and do Love and Hip Hop? Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a live show. I know that. But anyway, I caught the what she called the playback way back. Well, anyway, yeah, I think it was. So I can't stand when I can't remember something. But anyway, it was her, I do believe. And the conversation had, we were talking about Kirk and Rashida, and somebody was saying that, Kirk had been with, let me get comfortable in my own damn bed. But somebody was saying some shit about, Rashida had been with Kirk saying she was 17 and he was 30. And so the conversation switched over to us talking about, how people, how young guys do be liking to date them young girls and vice versa, because you got Cougar Pools, Carly Red is a prime example of that. But the conversation basically started being about dating young, how she said that it's been an increase in, pedophilic relations lately, and she also mentioned something along the lines about teacher student relationships and things like that, right? So I'm sitting here, I'm listening, and it's resonating with my spirit. It is because they were saying that it's prevalent now. It's like, oh, it was never a time in history where this was happening until now. And I beg to differ. I could be getting some of the context of this wrong. Forgive me if I am, but I'm finna tell you a damn story, okay? To let you know, this shit been going on for years. Now, junior high school teacher, my best friend and we had this teacher. I noticed that she used to always talk to this man all the time. Like she would find reasons to always stay after class. We before we going on to our next class, this bitch is sitting up in here talking to this man. And I thought, at the time, because I got the mind of a child, I'm not thinking that it's nothing more than she's teacher pet and this bitch trying to make sure she get a good grade in this class because he was a difficult course to pass and stuff. So she always used to be in that man motherfucker classroom. When we had like events that went on the weekends, and she would come. We would be involved in it. She always managed to make her ass to his class and would be in there talking to him, or he would find her and they would be talking to each other. Never, like I said, in a million years did I think anything of that shit until we went to high school. Let's go to high school. Y'all know with me, you travel, bitch. We always going somewhere. Let's go to high school. We gets to high school. We get there. I realized this motherfucker done been transferred to the high school we at. Because remember, he was at the middle school. He done went and got him a position over at the high school, and he over there. And me and her both done got in another one of his damn classes. That's kind of hard. Well, it ain't hard. I'm not no physical science bitch, okay? Fuck physical science. I don't have nothing for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of person. I was more of the, and believe it or not, I was actually liking American history, and I love English for his throwed off and sidewinding and as I be with my conversations, and y'all know I'm Ebonics queen over here and all of that. Believe it or not, I actually enjoyed English, and if you ever talk to me in the pen, and you'll see that I got a whole lot more. I know how to talk. This is me. This is me. You know what I'm saying? I give y'all the rawest, purest form of me, how I am on an everyday basis, not when I'm trying to impress the pink people. Okay, so we get to high school. I hate his fucking class. She over there loving the shit again. I'm like, bitch. Okay. So I never paid attention to it, y'all. We done went through the Thanksgiving break. We went through the Christmas break. I'm still just thinking this bitch just trying to get a good grade. And then she been knowing him because we had him, a couple years uh over at the junior high school. So I'm not ever thinking nothing of it. Well, my mom passed, and I wound up going to stay with my auntie. Now, when I went to stay with my auntie actually lived like 2 blocks from her. Now, before then, I would talk to her. We would only talk at the schoolhouse because there wasn't no Facebook, and wasn't no Twitter, wasn't no Instagram, wasn't none of that shit. We just talk when we see each other at school, and sometimes if her mama and my mama decide that they don't, we could get together for the weekend, they might, take us to the, come get us, or we meet at the mall and go to a movie or something like that, or walk around the mall, because that used to be the thing to do on Saturday. You get your good shit on, and you go walk around the mall, and you see all the people from your school, and if it's a boy you like, you lie to be able to get a conversation with him, and he might take you to the food court, and y'all wind up going together. Y'all know how the young people shit used to be. Well, anyway, child, I moved. My mama passed away. I go stay with my auntie, and that's only a few blocks from my friend. I'm going to call her Jennifer. Okay, so me and Jennifer now, we in walking distance, and my aunt ain't like my mama. My mama was like, then I remember I told y'all in that video, my mama was that kind that stood on the porch and watched us play, and if we get too close to that corner, like as if we gonna go over into the next block, she be standing there talking about, yeah, that was my mama. But y'all, my lips dry. B. Oh, B, hold up. I can't do this here. Y'all know I can't do this here. I told y'all travel. Bucking with me, you gonna go some places. Hold on. Hold on. I guess I need to get a matte or not for me. I need to stick with the lips with the gloss in it. Cause these trying to put both of them on is a hellcat. I'm sorry I got y'all all up in my bosom area. But I had to fix that. And fixed it, so I did. Okay, let's go back. Y'all see I'm doing this by my phone, so shit. Hold on, let me put everything back the way it was. Alright, bitch, don't trip. Dude taught me that little thing with the moving of the phone and stuff. Anyway, let's get back to the story. Okay, so we in high school now. We living closer to each other because my mom has passed away, and I'm now living with my auntie. So, child, I'm over here, you know, just So I ain't trying to. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to be sexy auntie today. Although I am, bitch. Don't get it twisted. Sexy old motherfucker over here dealing with this loophole. But anyway, So we in high school, we able to visit each other more because my aunt ain't like my mama. My mama was liberal. She allowed me to, my mama didn't play that shit. My auntie, she was liberal. She let you go and shit. She had like 7 other kids and they was all goddamn grown. So when she took custody of me and my brother and sister after my mother passing, she ain't really, she ain't trip. Her thing was just, come in at a decent hour and don't be letting, boys mess with you. That was her thing. Keep clink clink locked down and come to hell in the house at a decent hour. That was my auntie thing. So I used to be like every day when I get out of school, I do my homework because that was important. And I hit the street and I hit the door and go right round to Jennifer goddamn house. Lord, please let me don't call this girl real name on this video because I told you it'd be real. So we sitting around there as we getting to know each other, sharing more. I'm telling her who the boy is I like. She telling me, she like this dude, but she don't ever tell his name. Now we sitting here, we talking every day. We building this friendship. Why you ain't never gave me a name? Girl, I done told you I got a crush on Eric, John, and Chris. Who the fuck you talking about? So one weekend came and she asked me to spend a night with her. I was like, okay, cool. I'll spend the night. Going to ask my auntie. Child, she didn't give a fuck. I went to spend the night with the good around the corner. I'm over there at her house and she keep getting on the phone. Now I know back in the day, phone was all we had to talk to with boys and stuff. So me and her, we switching, cause it ain't no cell phone yet, bitch. Ain't no cell phone. It's me and her switching out phones, for phone time. I get on there for a little while, call the people I want to talk to. She'll get on there. Well, as we get later into the evening, child, we done snuck outside, cause her daddy had a fucking liquor cabinet. Child, we done stole us some MD 2020. For those of y'all that not hood rich, bitch, that is Mad Dog 2020. And that used to be some motherfucking liquid cocaine for us because, child, we loved it. And he had the grape kind. That was my favorite. I ain't like strawberry passion. Mm-mm. So we done stole some grape flavor MD 2020. We done been back in the back room, in the back of the house, acting like we back in the backyard just chilling. Child, we better get fucked up. But guess what? We found out our parents don't pay attention to shit either. Child, that's a whole nother story for a different video about paying attention to your children. We'll get to that at another date and time. I got to hurry up because I got to give y'all these have and have nots tonight too. Well, child, we done got lit. Okay, I'm drunk any damn way, cause I don't play no games, child. When it's time to drink, see, when it's time to drink, it's time to drink. Ain't got time for that pussyfooting around with it. I grew up around drinkers and smokers. When I drink, I drink. Okay, not sloppy, but I get, child. I be borderline, but so I'm sleepy. I go in there, I take my bath. I'm laying in the little spot, the twin bed that's in there for me to sleep in. Cause for some reason she had twin beds, and twin beds in her room. So I'm laying, I'm going to sleep. We talking and shit. Then she gets on the phone, and I'm trying to drift on off to sleep, but. When you just sitting in a room with another motherfucker and they talking, you paying attention until you drift off. I don't give a fuck how drunk you is. You paying attention until you drift on the hell off. So I'm talking to the girl and stuff. Let me light my candle. And well, I'm talking to her, but she just kind of like faded off for talking to me because I'm in and out, child. I'm not paying attention. I'm faded. So, child, I love this candle. I done damn near bumped it up. Y'all can't see it's Hawaiian breeze and something the hell else, but that's a beautiful scene. But anyhow, so I'm laying there, I'm falling asleep, but I'm noticing this conversation don't sound like no teenage conversation, cause I done heard I'm gonna meet you at the mall. Uh, before we going to the movies, me and my homegirl that's spending the night. She gonna go in the movies, but I'm not gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna let her go in the movies, and I'm gonna meet you outside, and you can pick me up there. And back in that time, the mall had several entrances. It was like one for Victoria's Secret. You know, you can go out the Victoria's Secret door and go actually outside instead of going through the entryway from the mall, actual inside of the mall. So she done made this damn plan. I'm listening to her saying she gonna go and meet him outside Dillard's. Okay, so I ain't saying that. I'm sitting here listening to him and her had this conversation, and like I said, y'all, this shit didn't sound like no teenage shit that 15, 16-year-old girls would be having. This sounded like some HBO at nighttime with the volume turned down real low so your mama don't hear type of shit. So the next morning, we get up. The plan is to go to the mall. We go to the mall. I get my ticket, getting ready to go see the movie. This bitch say, what was we going? I don't remember what we were going to see, but we were going to see some. But she's like, I ain't gonna go to the movies. I'm gonna meet up with my friend. I was like, girl, who the fuck is your friend? Because I need to know in case something happened to you, who I'm supposed to tell was the last person that was with you other than me. So who is this? And she was like, Pinky promise you ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm like, bitch, okay, Pinky promise, whatever, bitch. Pinky promise. Who is it? She was like, girl, and let me give him a name. His name is Mr. Shivers. She said, I'm gonna meet over Mr. Shivers. And I was like, girl, I know you ain't talking about that big old ass motherfucker at school. She was like, yeah. I said, wait a minute, hold on. So you mean tell me that's who you was talking to on the phone last night? You was talking about you was gonna meet over him? Because I overheard all of that. She was like, yeah. I said, girl, what the fuck is you doing with Mr. Shiver? She was like, I'm gonna tell you about it tonight, bitch. I just need you to cover my back. If I'm a few minutes late, come up with a lie or don't come out to the car and let mama, because her mama's gonna pick us up. Stay, kind of bullshit around, be late coming out, give me time to get back to this mall so I can get in the car. So that's my dog. Okay, girl, I got you. I go to the movies, I do young people thing, come out. We called her, well, I called her mom, we ready. I hit her up on the number she told me to call. I don't know who number that was, but she did answer it. And I'm like, girl, to move over, your mom finna come. And you know that, and she was like, oh, I'm just a few blocks away. Okay, cool. So she get there. We get in the car with her mom. We go home. So later on that night, her mama go out, her and her daddy. And so it's me and her in the house. And I'm like, girl, give me back then it was give me the spillio on what's really going on, honey. What you doing? And she told me, she said, girl, me and Mr. Shiver's been messing around since 7th grade. Now, y'all, I had a problem with that. Because this man had to be ill bitter like in his early 40s. He had the gray in beard and all of that, He had a little gray in his beard and his mustache. He was kind of over fucking weight, but he did have a nice ass car. And you could tell by the way he spoke and what he drove and the suits that he wore every day, you could tell that he had some education behind him. Why he was teaching at the middle school or high school level is beyond me because he got doctor in front of his name. He's actually Dr. Shivers. I just ain't want. But yeah, that's his damn name. And so I'm like, girl, how did this shit start? She said it started when I used to have to go to in-school suspension. And I was like, okay, I remember he used to be in school suspension teacher and shit. She was like, well, one time it was just me and him in there talking, and he told me he thought I was attractive. And I was like, okay, girl. Next thing I know, this girl is telling me that shortly after that encounter, they exchanged numbers. She called him. He don't call the house. Okay? He called the house one time. Her mama answered their phone, and he had to make up a quick ass lie as to why he was calling. And so now she only called him, right? And if he want her to call her, if he want her to call him, he'll call, let the phone ring 2 times, hang it up. She know that's the cue to call him. Well, anyway, fast forward because I got to move. Them folks been fucking around since 7th grade. Child, we was in 10th grade when I found that out. This man is picking this girl up. I used to wonder, cause when we got to high school now, my mama was alive when I first went to high school. So we had nice clothes. You know, I was always on the in crowd. I don't know what it was about me, but people did like me. You know, I would always have like I wasn't nobody just buying to be my boyfriend because everybody thought of me, but they would always want me in the clique. And plus, I was smart, so motherfuckers used to be up under me to make sure that they passed the fucking test and shit. And I used to charge a hoe for that. Yeah, you could cheat off me, bitch. Pin on it, my prices was this $10 for regular class, regular test. If you want to cheat off my mid finals and my finals, bitch, that's $25 a person. So that's how I used to make my hustle. I've been hustling for a long time. But anyway, come to find out all this time these people been messing around. Her clothing changed. Like I started noticing that I ain't saying the girl parents ain't had nothing, cause they did. They had nice. But she was coming up with shit that I, as a mother, would have been questioning my daughter, like, how the fuck you getting these diamond necklaces and rings on your finger? How is you able to buy these old high ass tennis shoes? Child, she had a pair of tennis shoes. It took me 2 months to beg my auntie to finally get for me. This bitch had them the same week they came out, cause he was buying them. He would pick her up at the mall. That's why she always wanted somebody to lie to her mama about going to the mall. He would pick her up. Instead of her going in the mall shopping and hanging out like the rest of the young people do, this bitch was going back to his house and he was fucking her. And that shit went on. And I'm assuming that it must have went on past the time that when I left the school, because I did wind up leaving that school, going to another school. But um yeah. He was sitting up there. Now this man have been married. I ain't tell y'all, his son go to the same high school with us. So we were in certain classes with his son. All along, I'm thinking, we just teenagers. Bitch, you over here smiling you smiling in his face and you fucking his daddy. Now the mom and daddy went together and the boy stayed with the mama. But that his son went to that school and everybody knew it was his son. Because the two motherfuckers looked just as ugly. And she been messing around with this man all that time. And she had the nerve to tell me how this man make her feel. And I was like, a 15, 16-year-old man can't grasp what she was coming to me with. Talking about he make her feel special. He's gentle with her. Child, I don't know about no gentle. I'm still around here. They're still wrestling with these motherfuckers putting WW. Well, at the time it was WWF. I was putting WWF fucking moves on niggas and shit. Still, I was still shit chasing boys or running racing with boys. I'm down the street running to see who could run the best or who could run the fastest. I had no concept of that, and that went on. From what I understand, this shit went on until we graduated. And the reason why I say to my understanding, because years later I found out she actually had a baby. She had a baby her senior year by this man. Her mama had passed shortly after she graduated from high school. I don't think her mama ever knew who really was the person that she had been sleeping with. And this girl say if she was fucking with him in junior high, she was every bit about 11 or 12. And he was in his 40s, y'all. I know this man was in his 40s. And he would mess around with this girl. And it was like she became consumed with this dude. Like, always trying to make sure she do exactly what. She wouldn't even talk to boys. Bitch wouldn't go to fucking Sadie Hawkins and shit. Bitch wouldn't do nothing. Because he didn't want her going nowhere with no boys. He told her she belonged to him. And she was cool with that. So, the point is, that shit ain't new. That shit is not motherfucking new. I had my experience too. I ain't gonna sit there and tell her tea and don't tell mine. But see, the difference is with my tea had to marry me. He had to legitimize my ass. You know what I'm saying? And that was 17 years of horror. But that's beside the point. The point I'm making is that shit is not new. And I honestly, looking back now, I don't understand what a young girl would see in a man that goddamn old. I'm gonna tell you something. When you in your primary, them years, them 16 to 25, child, that's years that you figuring out who the fuck you is, what you want to do with your life, and you in it to have fun. It's ain't shit serious to you during that period of time. That shit is not fun. Y'all ain't on the same motherfucking wavelength. That's the reason why, I'll go to Chuck E. Cheese, but bitch, I trust and believe if I take you to Chuck E. Cheese, bitch, I ain't gonna holler at you no more. I don't be trying to have no motherfucking relationship with no grown ass, with no young ass person. I'm grown. What can a man that, a young dude that's like 21, 22, 23 years old do for me? He can't do nothing because we don't even think alike. My mind is settled and on a whole nother plateau. Where I'm at is where he's striving to get to. So we don't have nothing in common. But that parent, I mean that teacher student relationship shit, that shit ain't fucking new. And maybe they just getting busted now because technology has changed so much. So see, wasn't no text messages. Wasn't no, I mean shit, you couldn't get a wiretap that you go go to jail or something like that. It wasn't no, wasn't none of this shit that we have now where it's so easy to, find out what a motherfucker is doing. We didn't have that back then. We had just a regular telephone and word of mouth. And sometimes I miss those times because I feel like social media and texting has replaced conversations. I feel like people are able to put on a facade of who the fuck they think they want you to believe that they are. They don't. It makes you be able to easily be false and fake to people because you can be whoever you want to on the internet. So I miss that. I miss the fact that everybody texts and types and on Facebook and social media. You don't see families spending that time at the dinner table anymore, having conversations about their day anymore, because everybody trying to eat. If they got a parent that, like my kids, I used to make my kids sit at the kitchen table and have a conversation and talk about their day. That was 2 hours a day. Bitch, you is not picking up that cell phone until we have some type of family bonding moment. But that is not so. That don't happen nowadays. I was just still pushing it as the change was occurring, because as my kids was getting grown, cell phones were becoming more prevalent. People were wanting to have them and stuff. And then there was MySpace. They had that popped out of nowhere. They had Black Planet and all of these damn social network sites and stuff. Child, you can build your whole life. Tell a motherfucker anything on that social media. I'm telling you. But that shit ain't new. And I ain't cool with that. And I'm gonna tell you something. I seen her like about 6 years ago when I first had came back up this way from being down in New Orleans, and I seen her, and she was just saying like she go to the club all the time. Now I'm 44. Go back 6 years. I'm in my late 30s. I'm ready to pretty much. I'm like 38. I'm ready to motherfucking stop this shit. I don't mind going to the club and popping and shaking and shit, because y'all know I told you I pop pussy for a real nigga in the club in a heartbeat. But I don't want, at my age, I don't want to walk up in the club and my daughter's in there or my sons. We don't club together. You know, I do adult things. I do go out to the lounge and karaoke nights and shit, but I do adult entertainment for people of my age. I ain't finna be down there at this club they got down here called Cocoa Pillars where they pop pussy all weekend long. I ain't gonna be at the warehouse where they pop pussy all weekend long. I don't wanna, you might catch me at some shit like Southern Soul, Pat and Jerry, Josh Lounge, things like that. Those are adult contemporary places that someone of my age range would go. You'll never see me down at the club that my kids go to, and that's what she does. And it was like, as I talked to her and tried to reconnect with her, I couldn't find that reconnection because I was here and this bitch still was right here. And right here is where we left off when she started messing with this dude and she started missing out on things like you can't be on the cheerleading squad because bitch he don't want you, going to all these games, and he ain't at every game to see what dude you talking to. He don't want you to go to say that Hawk and call. You don't need to be going with no other dude. You can't go to the homecoming. I missed my prom and stuff, but I did catch homecoming, and stuff like that. It's like it took her youth away. In my opinion, that's what I'm saying. I think that when you get in relationships with people that's way older than you, it takes away from your learning experience. And I think it's an experience that we all have to have to become the people that we are today. You gotta be free. You gotta be free to make your mistakes. You gotta be free to experiment things. I know how that feels because right behind her, only thing different is I made him legitimize me. And that was even worse, bitch, because now at least if she in a relationship with him, she can go home and he ain't there, and she can have conversations that even if she did it behind his back that he don't know nothing about. But if I being married now, I gotta go home. I got kids now, at least I got a kid at that point. I I lost out on a lot of my youth. And I think that today, even though I'm not as bad off as she is with it, I still be feeling this kind of way. Sometimes I just get a good wind up in my ass and I'm feeling good. Y'all, I hit that fucking door and you'll think that my ass is 21 years old because I be everywhere doing some a little bit of every damn thing, but I don't party with kids. That's the only difference. I just it's that freedom. I feel like I lost a lot of years. Them 17 years I lost something. I lost them 20s where you fuck it up and figure it out later. I didn't have it. So that teacher student relationship shit, that shit ain't new. It's shit just easy to get caught now because you got this thing called social media and people, you shit, motherfuckers record every damn thing. Motherfuckers record every damn thing and they screenshot every goddamn thing and you can't do shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think that people get caught up a lot of times because they they not thinking about, baby, this ain't 10, 15, 20 years ago. This 2017. You better be careful what you say, and you better mean what you say when you say it, and not be doing no motherfucking backbite on people and shit, talking shit behind their back. Cause baby, let me tell you something. Nowadays, it ain't shit for a motherfucker to screenshot your conversation. It ain't shit for a motherfucker to record your conversation. And I've been guilty of this shit too. I've done it. I told you I don't throw shit away, and I keeps a lot. If I ever drop dead, it's some shit that I have in my possessions, baby. I lie shit. I don't throw away nothing. And I don't trust too easily. So everything is recorded, or I'm making sure that I can document this in case this come back and I need to protect myself. But it ain't new. It ain't cool because I feel like it damages you. It takes away from the natural process of you turning it from adolescent to an adult. And it's not, I wouldn't recommend that. And I pray to God that my kids growing up, when they became teenagers, they did never fuck around with nobody that was way too old for them. And thank God they did not, at least that I know of. And I was on this motherfucking, I was on watch like a fucking security guard. Baby, I was acting like I was a guard at the U.S. Mint. That was precious cargo. You ain't getting hold of my eggs and turn their life. I want my children to not follow in my footsteps. I want you to do better than me. And that's what I want for some of y'all. So y'all young folks fucking with these old ass motherfuckers, leave that shit alone. It's cute because he gonna buy you a whole bunch of shit. It's cute because she gonna teach you. She gonna ride you in a way that you ain't never been rode before because she young. But I mean because she old and she got that experience. But I promise you, in the end, that shit, you gonna probably regret fucking with that. Cause only thing I can say is I thank God for my children. That's all I can say that truly thank God for is the fact that my children came out of that. And that was a love that I needed and a love that I wanted. And I'm forever grateful that he gave me that. But I still sometimes wonder, about the things that I missed out on in life. But that's all I want to talk about. I just want to talk about this shit right there because that was in my head and I felt like I wanted to share it. Now I'm finna get ready to go do the have and have nots. Before I leave, I want to tell you all, and I'm going to link it in the video in the description box below. We have a new YouTuber. She's not really new. She's been supporting quite a few of us for a minute now. Misha Houston. She's doing reviews and stuff. So far, I think she got like 3 videos up. If she ain't did the have and have nots and got hoods up, she got 2 shout out videos and a prediction video for the mid season finale for have and have nots. So I'm gonna put her down in the description box. If y'all don't mind in your free time, go over there and check her out. If you like her, hit the subscribe button, hit that bitch twice to make sure that that damn Liberty Bell has the little icons coming out of it, and you know, watch her and support her. It's room enough on these YouTube streets for everybody. I don't fear a bitch. I don't worry about a hoe. Okay? I do me. And doing me has proven to be quite successful for me. So I'm gonna put her down there, and if y'all like these reviews, y'all please go over and support this lady. Let her know if you like that I sent you over. Just show your love. That's all I'm asking. Just show your love. That's all. But anyway, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to like this video, comment below, and share it on your social media sites. If you have not hit the subscribe button, I don't know what you're waiting on, honey. Go on and hit that subscribe button because I ain't going nowhere. And I'll see y'all back in a few minutes for the haves and have nots, the mid-season finale. Child, I got some shit to say about that too. Okay, I'm out, y'all. I'll be back tonight. Peace.